Election day in Germany. When Germans go to the polls to elect a new Bundestag or parliament, they're being asked to reshuffle the political balance in the country as they see fit. The German electorate, which includes Germans living abroad, get to vote for the parties of their choice about once every 4 years. Elections are one of the pillars of the German constitution. They have to be universal, free, direct, fair, and the ballot has to be secret. The results are binding. They're then discussed and implemented. Everything goes off without a hitch and doesn't seem especially difficult. But why is that? After all, we shouldn't take it for granted. 60 million people with very different opinions deciding on how power in the country is distributed. The federal returning officer bears the main responsibility. He oversees a system organized down to the very last detail.
The
whole electoral organization is very structured. The law governing elections is an attempt to create structures across all levels involved, and it sets out very strict rules, dates and deadlines that must be adhered to. These levels include the National Electoral Board, the State Electoral Commission, local electoral management, polling stations and polling officers, and they leave nothing to chance. The National Electoral Body processes party registrations, while local electoral management deals, amongst other things, with the candidates. It's supposed to guarantee that the election is organized properly and looks at 3 main aspects: the putting up of candidates, their registration, and in the 14 days after the election, determining the result. The actual voting is done in local polling stations. It's where people place their votes on the day of the election or preceding it. It's where the votes are counted, which go to make up the result. And it requires care and good preparation by everybody involved. Just the training programs for people who work here, the level of cooperation with the state electoral officers, and coordination between the national, state, local and district levels, everybody who's part of it is very aware that it's a very important task which lends the state its legitimacy. But it's not just the running of the election itself that determines its success. It must be possible to have a free and public debate beforehand. It must be possible to criticize the government without being thrown into jail. The context has to be right too. The German electoral system is enshrined in law, and its structure ensures a calm and peaceful process. Even so, Election Day in Germany is still exciting.